Do not gambit any of your pawns before see this video, because I'm going to show you some rules and some techniques how to play aggressively. In this position it's white's turn, white is winning here. Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to see a fantastic game playing between Magnus Carlsen and Viswanathan Anand. Here Carlsen starts the game with knight to f3. This is a tricky move. He would like to avoid any theoretical preparation for the black point of view, and mainly after knight to f3 and c4 moves like that we can transpose to d4 ideas sometimes, but black is trying to avoid some variations. We have d5 very classically, b3 now, c5, and here is a very interesting position. Of course the normal players will play something like e3, or he would like to develop the bishop there, or he might play something like c4, but not Carlsen. Carlsen found a very interesting idea to continue the game, and you might keep this idea in mind in order to continue your own games. And he played e4. Wow, a breath, because after d takes e4 he sacrificed the pawn, but now we have knight to g5, and the pawn here on e4 is under attack as well. We have knight to f6, knight c3, and you can see white is continue developing his pieces, and now this pawn on e4 is under attack. And here of course probably something like that will be nice, and then we can sacrifice the pawn completely. You can see he can capture there, the queen can recapture, the bishop is under attack, the b7 pawn is under attack. We are eyeballing the f7 pawn with a knight and queen, so white have compensation here. This was white's idea, and black played very solidly. Anand is a very solid player. He say, okay, you can capture back the pawn and I'd like to develop my pieces. So for that reason he developed the knight. Very solid player. Now we have bishop to c4. White is not he don't like to capture the pawn immediately. He would like to attack and continue the game very brutally. Now he is threatening the f7 pawn. He would like to capture another juicy pawn. So we have e6 here, naturally, bishop to b2, developing the bishop, bishop to e7, short castling. And only now, after the development of the remaining of the army, it's white is ready to continue the attack, and he played knight c take e4 in order to, you can see this fantastic development. The bishops are very active there, the knights are very active in the king's side, and he is ready to continue the attack. So we have knight takes e5, another logical move. The position is very interesting now, and Carlsen found a very nice way to continue the attack. What are you going to do here with white? And he played actually f4, a very nice move, because he would like to open up this bishop, create something in the center, and after that the queen can jump in the king's side somewhere and create a lot of threats. Of course black should capture that pawn on f4, because if that pawns move forward on f5 and maybe on f6, then it can create a lot of problems. So we have it takes f4, queen h5, another brutal attacking move, bring more pieces in the center of the board. Now we have knight to d4, very nice positional move. Anand play very nice positional moves. He would like to block this bishop on b2 and in the same time threatening the c2 pawn. And you might think here that the most normal move is to defend that pawn with moves like rook c1, right? But if you like to play aggressive chess, you should not play something like that. You should create attacking moves. And now Carlsen captured on f4, creating a lot of threats and sacrificing this pawn on f2. And if actually black captured that pawn, then we have a checkmate in 5 moves. Can you find it? Of course, you are very welcome to pause the video, but it's difficult. The first move, it's logical. We can capture on f7. The idea is now that we are threatening the g7 pawn, and here if black captures there, then we can deliver a checkmate in 2 moves, check and check, like that, or with the queen. With the bishop it's more elegant, more nice to see that move. And now of course black can delay the checkmate with things like that, queen d4 and nonsense like that, but we are winning actually, because we are not threatening only g7, we are threatening to capture the rook or something else with the rook, giving a discovered check with the bishop on f4. So white is definitely winning here if black just captured the pawn. For that reason Anand, he is a good and strong player. He didn't touch the c2 pawn. He played g6, another nice move. So we have queen to e5. You can see here he is preparing the battery. The bishop and queen are very active. Now the g7 square is very vital here. For example, black cannot really capture that pawn. We can deliver checkmate in one move. So Carlsen is protecting the c2 pawn very tactically and with a very energetic way. This is the way that you should play. This is the rule of the thumb. You should play energetically and create threats. Now he played b6. Finally tried to continue his development, finalize that and develop the bishop. We have the final move, rook a f1, and believe it or not, white is winning here. The material is equal, but white pieces are very active, and for that reason white is winning. Black played the bishop to f5, and Carlsen continued very aggressively. He played g4, attacking the bishop and try to open up the f line to continue the attack. Now he went back, bishop to e6, bishop takes, f takes, now rook takes, bishop takes, f8, what else to do, knight to f6, another logical move, king h8, and now Carlsen missed a gold opportunity to end the game, to finish the game right now. And you have the opportunity to play better than Magnus Carlsen, the world chess champion. Can you do it? It's white's turn. What are you going to play here? And actually he missed this checkmate in 3 moves. This is the first checkmate, knight to e8. And of course I'm not blaming Magnus, right? Because he played a blitz game and he found it a little later. He found this amazing tactical blow. We just see the game, enjoy the game and try to learn something. This is what we are doing. I'm not blaming Anand or Carlsen. So we have king to g8, and now we have the hidden idea that even Magnus didn't realize it immediately. Can you find the hidden idea here? What are you going to do with white? And white can perform the checkmate by sacrificing the queen, lowering the king in the corner. The king is squeezed there, and you can see this beautiful knight from e8 is controlling g7 square, and for that reason we can capture the rook, and believe it or not, this is a checkmate. If we went back, he didn't play that, he played another normal move, c3. He didn't destroyed his initiative because he's taking away the knight, and after the normal move knight to c6 he played this stunning move knight e8. This is a check. Of course black cannot really capture here the queen like that because we have the same checkmate, and Anand resigned here because after king to g8 we have this checkmate again, queen f8, king back, and rook to f8. This is a checkmate. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and it could happen to any of us. We can play a move and after that we can realize that we have something better, right? Did it ever happen to you? So if you like that video, you're very welcome to click the thumbs up button, subscribe in the channel. Of course, remember that I'm sharing more advanced technique in my mail list. You can visit my website and you can join my mail list, and I have the question for you, the final question for you, and this is it. Could you believe that Anand will challenge again Magnus Carlsen in the World Chess Championship match? Yes or no? You are very welcome to leave a comment below. Thank you very much and see you soon.